You ever hear a story so horrifying, it lingers in the back of your mind long after you've heard it? A place where the trees whisper secrets and the wind carries echoes of something unnatural? There's a stretch of land in western Kentucky, known as the land between the lakes. Peaceful by day, but by night, it's something else entirely. The locals don't talk about it much. Tourists pass through, unaware of the legends, oblivious to the warnings. But some of us know better. Some of us have heard the stories, the missing hunters, the claw marks, the guttural howls that don't belong to any known animal. And then there's that family, the one that never made it out. It was the 1980s. A family of 4, mother, father, 2 kids, decided to camp deep in the woods. They parked their RV near a clearing, looking forward to a quiet weekend away from the city. They set up a fire, roasted marshmallows, laughed under the stars, and then, as the fire burned, lo, the first noise came, a rustling, heavy footsteps, something big moving through the trees. The father dismissed it, probably a deer, maybe a black bear. He told his wife not to worry, but she couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. That night, as they lay in their bunks, something scraped against the RV, long, slow, deep scratches. Then came the growl, so deep, so unnatural, it vibrated through the metal walls. The father grabbed his rifle, flung open the door, and there it was, 7 feet tall, maybe taller. Its eyes burned yellow in the darkness, its snout curled, revealing jagged, wet fangs. It wasn't a bear, it wasn't a wolf, it was something else. The father fired. Once, twice. The bullets barely slowed it down. Then chaos. Screams. The RV shook violently. Windows shattered. Blood splattered against the walls. By morning, there was nothing left. Nothing but torn metal, deep claw marks in the dirt, and the unmistakable stench of death. No news reports. No official investigations. Just silence and whispers among the locals of a creature that wasn't supposed to exist. They call it the Dogman, a legend, they say, a story to keep children from wandering too far into the woods, but those who have seen it, they know better. Stories date back centuries. Tales from early settlers describing an upright beast with the head of a wolf and the body of a man. Hunters disappearing without a trace. Campers waking to find deep claw marks on their tents, as if something had been watching them, testing the fabric between its claws. Even park rangers have whispered about it, about something in the trees, something they're not allowed to talk about. But why doesn't anyone talk about it? Why was there no news of the family's death? Some believe the government knows more than they let on, that they've covered up the attacks to avoid mass panic, that these creatures aren't just part of folklore, but something real, something hidden from us. Were they part of an experiment? Were they let loose, or worse, were they created? Some say the military has been involved. Strange sightings, unmarked black trucks seen deep in the forest far beyond the designated camping areas, and the fact that the land between the lakes remains one of the most heavily restricted forested areas in the country. Maybe it's not about conservation, maybe it's about containment. A few have survived encounters, though none of them are quite the same afterward. A hunter once spoke of being stalked by something unseen, his gut telling him to run before he even saw it. Then came the heavy breathing, the low growl right behind him. He turned, rifle ready, but there was nothing, until he saw the eyes, glowing, watching, calculating. He ran, hearing the beast moving behind him, impossibly fast. He barely made it to his truck, peeling out of the forest. When he got home, he found deep claw marks on the side of his vehicle, like something had reached out for him and almost succeeded. Others have reported eerie howls in the dead of night, a sound unlike any wolf or coyote, a sound that seems to reverberate in the chest, filling the listener with an instinctual fear. And then there are those who go missing. Hikers who never return, campers whose tents are found shredded, their belongings scattered. Search teams find no bodies, only blood, dragged trails, and silence. There's a reason people don't camp deep in the woods here. A reason even experienced outdoorsmen pack up and leave when night falls. Because out there, in the darkness, something lurks, something hunts. And when it chooses you, there's nothing you can do but pray it loses interest. Some say fire deters it. Others claim silver is the only thing that works, but no one really knows for sure. Because the ones who get a good look at it don't come back to tell the story. But that's just a legend, right? Just another campfire tale? Maybe. Maybe not. If you ever find yourself in the land between the lakes, alone after dark, and you hear something moving just beyond the tree line, something breathing, run. Because whatever is out there, it's watching, and it's hungry.